Welcome. In today's session, we will be covering how can we install Python and how are we going to do the setup with Visual Studio. So these are the steps which we will cover in today's session. How can we do the installation of Python in Windows? How we will be doing the Visual Studio Code on Windows? Set up Python with Visual Studio Code. How are we going to run a sample program in Visual Studio Code? Let's move on to the first step, install Python on Windows. Let's open any of the browser, type Python. So it will take you to the official website Python. From here, click on downloads. So whenever you click on the downloads, this is the latest version 3.13 as on today. And if we want to install any other previous versions, we can click on this respective download option from these versions. If we want to install 3.2 or 3.10 or 3.11, we can download it from here. This is for Windows. Similarly, like for other operating units like Linux, Mac OS and other OSs, so we can click on and navigate it to that and we can download it. I'm just downloading it from Python 13.3. So let's open the downloaded version, double click on it. Here two options, we can directly install whenever you click on install now. So these are the default like IDLE, pip and documentation, everything will be installed. And this is the second option, like customizing installation options. So we can go with this option as well. Make sure to select add python.exe to path. So it will add an environment variable to the environment path. This path will get added to the environment path. Let's click on customize installation. These are the optional features which we want to deselect. We can do that. Pip will install if we want to do any additional Python packages to be installed in our PC. We can select this option. Similarly, other options. By default, I'm selecting next. Here we can select install Python 3.3 for all users, and this is where like Python libraries will get installed in this browser. If you want, we can modify the browser as well. So by default, I'm keeping it like that. We can click on install. Otherwise, if we can go back and click on install, it will do the same activity. So right now I'm doing install from here. It will ask for yes or no option. Click on yes. It will take some time you to install all the required Python libraries. Python libraries has been successfully installed. Setup was completed. Close it. Click on go to start and go to the command prompt. Here if you can type Python, it will take you to the Python interface command. So from here we can try to run any of the Python functions. Like we have a print function. So this is a first Python program. If you click on enter, so it is going to give us back the result. So now the Python installation is successfully completed. Let's click on exit. We can do the exit. Moving to next step, we are going to install a Visual Studio Code on Windows. Go back to the same browser. Click on Visual Studio Code, Visual Studio. Open the official Microsoft Visual Studio Code. From here, we can click on download button. Directly it will download for the Windows laptop. Otherwise, if we want to go and install for other operating systems like Linux flavors or Mac OS, we can do it. So right now we are doing an installation for Windows. Click on it. It is going to download it. It will take some time to download. Now it got downloaded successfully. Open the folder. And we need to accept the agreement. This is a path where all the Visual Studio Code files will get loaded and installed. So this is a Visual Studio is a freeware. Let's click on next, and I think like we can click on next. Here this is this path to be checked, add to path, so it will add defaultly to the environment path. So if you want to create any desktop icon to be installed on our desktop, we can click select it. Right now I am not selecting it. Click on next, install. It will take some time to install all the required libraries for Visual Studio. Now the setup got successfully installed for Visual Studio. So we are going to launch. Click on finish. It will launch the Visual Studio. This is how like a Visual Studio Code tool will look like. So we can go to the file, or we can click on file and open the folder. If we want to create any folder, we can click on open from here and go to desktop, and we can create one new folder, demo py. Select this folder. So under this folder we can create a file by clicking here, otherwise we can click here new file, or else we can have option here also, we can click a new file. So I'm just clicking a new file. We can use a sample.py, creating a file, and click on enter. This will get created one new file. Here it is asking to install, recommend some extensions. Extensions are helpful for providing any kind of intelligence. It means like it will provide some suggestions whenever we are typing any commands or any of the functions for the Python. So for Python we have a extension. Go to extensions. Here we can use a Python extension to install. So this is a Python extension to install. When we click on install, it will add respective libraries, and these are the features which you want to see. We can see changelog, extension pack. Now the Python extension has been successfully installed. So go back to the, don't save, go back to the file, and this is a file which got created, sample.py. From here these are the, whenever you type any of the script, so it's showing some kind of a intelligence for us to, it is a kind of a handy. That is how like extensions can help us. So this is we are printing a simple program like Python first program. We can save it and we can click run with the file in the terminal. It is going to run. This is the output which configured successfully with Python and Visual Studio. This is how we can follow the steps installing a Python, installing a Visual Studio, and configuring a Python with Visual Studio. We ran a sample Python program on VS Code. Thank you. Thank you all for your support, and it's encouraged me to do more videos to share my knowledge. Please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.